So let's start by looking back briefly to Boxing Day. Just listening to you after that match, I got the impression it was quite a frustrating afternoon. Was that the overriding feeling?
I think probably, yeah. I mean, you get caught on an interview less than an hour after the interval where everything looked so positive, and the performance up to that point had been really good. Yes, we hadn't been ruthless enough to capitalise on the chances that we created, but we've had some great passages of football and pleasing on the eye, and we were cutting through. But it just means it's a bit more frustrating when you end up losing and the outcome isn't good for ourselves. But we still learn. I was a bit of an angry man after, but in terms of the outcome, but we just have to continually try and improve. And there are things that look at the video, think, okay, we can. It doesn't mean to say you rip it up, but it just means to say that we have to be better at the consistency side from one half to the next.
So from what you say there, the positives are very positive. So how important is it now to carry that through to 90 minutes on Saturday and get the result that you're after?
Well, yeah, I think we focus on the processes involved, and that's straight after half time. For instance, if we start more on the front foot, actually battling qualities have to come to the fore in any game to win the territory and pick up first balls, second balls, and I thought Halifax showed a real determination after the break, and there may have been more stern words said in their changing room as opposed to ours when we were doing well, but they reacted with passion, and we've got to make sure that we come to the fore in that respect, and then we don't want to just adopt a long ball policy and play negative football and drop deeper and not just be nearly men in the second half. Got to improve with that, but we back the individuals involved. I don't think any one individual's having a really bad time of it at all. We're getting punished for mistakes probably more than we were earlier in the season, and where we won the tight games through a set piece or a scruffy goal. But we haven't got to be too downbeat now. 2 days after, there's still positive to take from the performance first half, and we move on quickly.
Again, just dwelling on something that you said after the match, and I realise it could have been said in the heat of the moment about some of the players not buying into your way of playing. Has that been something that's maybe been on your mind for a week or two, or again, was it just something said in the heat of the moment?
Well, with the goal scoring record in the team, I would say that the buying has been there for long parts. But I do think what we've got to do now is be more educated in terms of how do we get ourselves out of not a big struggle in a game, but where it's fizzling out on the momentum shift, and it's gearing up to that, and it's getting everyone on board with how, not just being so disappointed and shouting at people. It's right, how do we do that, and how do we make the pitch big again? And yes, it starts with battling, but then it starts with being a bit braver on the ball at times. But everyone's culpable. If we concede, it's not just angled at the back line, it's from a collective point of view. So up front, have to show the same amount of energy as the first half. In midfield, we have to drop on second balls and make a determined effort to do that. And then back line, we have to probably preempt the attacks and really communicate a bit more. But overall, the small margins mean a lot. And if we can just improve a little bit, I think collectively as a group we'll be back on track.
So looking at your next match on Saturday, whatever day it is at this time of year, who knows, but your next match on Saturday, selection-wise, are you tempted to tinker with one or two things, or are you keeping the faith?
Largely keeping the faith, but there's one or two positions still up for grabs. You have to look back at when we were on a fantastic run, when individuals made those small margins go for us. Set pieces have been massive for us this season. You're inclined to change one or two little bits of the team. Not going to let you know today, but I don't think, like I say, it's not individuals having a nightmare even if they get brought out, but at this time of the season, with the amount of games that we're playing, people do need to be fresh and ready for it, and the ones left out haven't got to be downbeat. We haven't got a 25-man squad, we've got a 17-man squad at the minute, and so you have to rotate it and make sure everyone's fresh and ready.
Is everyone fit generally? Is everyone available for selection?
Well, we're hoping so, but there's just a question mark about Liam Kitchen again with his groin issue that keeps cropping up. Hopefully another day's rest and he'll be fine.
And it's quite a big game, isn't it, this weekend? We've mentioned about maybe the importance of winning, but Fylde in itself, 5th against 6th in the table, a big 3 points at stake.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. All teams at the top have been through a bit of a trying time, and so we're not on our own. Fylde picked up a win the other day, though. We know they've got the threats of the likes of the front three, but we know also that we played really well there at the start of the season in the televised game, and we've got the same group of players, so we're capable of getting a positive result. But in this, when you look at the league table, yeah, we're 6th, they're 5th. There's a lot of points to play for, and I think if we just concentrate now on back on track in terms of 90 minutes of a performance, then results will surely follow.
Lovely.